there's a big news this week. Actually, we're not supposing to release new feature, but this is something new. And that is, Anthropic is announcing Claude Skills. It is, from my experience, it is bigger than MCP. And you definitely should to talk about that. Okay. So let me share about that and I will show you what is Claude Skills. Okay, this is what on this one, and let me share this tab instead. So this is just announcing on the 16th of October. So they are introducing AgenticFlow. So let me play this video so that you have an idea of what does it mean. Okay. That's amazing. Right? So this is a new capability of like Claude, where actually you can using some file in order to teach the agent the capability to do something that much more advanced rather than just using everything in the system prompts. So let's look into the skill in more detail. So what exactly is it and why is it powerful? So let me zoom on this one a bit. Okay, so the skill is actually basically a set of file that you will equip to an agent. So let me zoom in on this one a bit more. So the agent is always having the core system prompt, which is the similar one that we have in AgenticFlow on the left hand side. And then right now in the section that a skill that we named that skill before, right? But right now Claude and Anthropic just using that name. So right now we are going to add one more skill. So it's possible like BigQuery, Docs, PDF, PPTX, Excel, or even like some special skill like NDA review and so on. So basically, these are some specialized skill, or in another word, we can say it like an SOP, the standard operating procedure, where we describing something that need to be done in a certain way. So for example, like you tell to your agent, just imagine an agent is like an intern that very smart, but don't know how to do things. So this skill is actually allowing you to describe the task, for example, like NDA review, into a skill.md. So it's kind of like a file that you describe to the agent. What does that mean by doing an NDA review? And it is just not limited into this file, because you can enclose some other files as well. So for example, like in this skill of the PDF, it will having other like form.md, reference.md, and extractfield.py. So this is mean in the skill.md is like the job description. So what you can use this skill to do. But when you zoom in detail, for example, like step number 1, if you would like to filling a form, then instead of like we put everything into skill.md, it's going to be overloading the agent and it will start to messy. It cannot do it itself as well. And we are limited by like ability to describe in a system prompt, which is the core system prompt. But if we are split that capability into a form.md, so it's kind of like you describing the step to filling a form in this step so that you can reusing that. And in the other part, which is like you can put some other reference, or you can put some example, or even you can put some code execution file as well, like the Python file, or you can do some library as well. So this is very powerful capability packed in a very simple way that anyone, regardless of your level in coding, can use. So you can use a skill with only one file, which is skill.md you describe, or if you are more advanced, you can even ask it to writing code in order to do this one. Yeah. So let me show you. I mean, this is going to be a bit like high level concept, but what you can enable that by going to your Claude and then going to capability, and then you enable the skill. So for example, like in here, I already create a AgenticFlow skill. I upload here and I enable that. And for example, like if I try with some other skill, I can do some interesting things like that. So in order to show everyone what does that mean and so on, I'm going to show you by going to my Claude. Okay, I will share to this tab. So this is my Claude account, and then this is what I'm going to say. I say, hey Claude, I just add an, oh, maybe let me start from here. So you go into this area, then you go into setting, and then you go into capability, and then you scroll down. If you are not yet enable this code execution and file creation, then your skill might not show up. So you need to enable that. And then they already have some of the skill that are already built in here. You just click to switch on those. So for example, like I enable this automatic add already, and I just click on this three dot, and I click try in chat. And it's basically going to open Claude, and then I will just click on this one. And Claude is going to viewing the instruction that I already provide to it in the file. And then it will starting to do some of the viewer.html file. So which means there is some example. Later I'm going to show you when we are looking into this algorithmic art and so on. Yeah, and it will start to writing some things on this part. Yeah, it will take a while. So let me go into Discord. Yeah, while we are waiting for the Claude to using this new skill, you can ask me any question. Yes, of course. So I'm going to show you, and also we also open source this AgenticFlow skill so that you can download the zip file and also upload to your Claude as well. So just right after this one. All right, let me see what this is doing. So it is creating a algorithmic art on this part. It take a while. Let's wait a bit. I think this skill is taking a lot of code. It's done already. Okay, that looked interesting, right? So basically is the skill is something like we are compacting the prompt into a template and give some example, so that later when we would like to trigger it, we just say, hey, can you using that skill? And this is creating something that's quite amazing, right? Maybe let me put in more like energy agent, put in here. The complexity, let's do lower a bit. And velocity, let's do speed up. And let's do reset. Okay. No. Okay. Increasing. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that is how you using a skill. And let's look into the AgenticFlow skill first, and then later after this one, I'm going to show you like how is the skill construct of and how can you modify a skill. Okay, so let's go into this part. So after you are installing our AgenticFlow skill in here, and then you will have an AgenticFlow skill like this, and you just enable that, and then you just click on this one, you try in chat. And then just simple, right? So, and you just enter, and your Claude is going to starting to do something with it. Let's see. Okay, it will read the documentation. Okay, it will read the main documentation. Okay, it will build an AI powered content engine. Okay, it will starting to writing some workflow JSON. Okay, it is also using MCP as well, or Slack in here. It even like creating a HTML visual guide that helping us to understand and using this workflow. I don't think that I asked you for this one, but it is interesting to see that Claude is trying to illustrate on this one. Okay, while waiting, let's go into Discord. So let me answer the question from Bijou. Are these skills stored inside Claude, or can we store in AgenticFlow and link them inside Claude for Claude to refer to our skill from AgenticFlow? If they store regular format? Yeah. So, let me come back into this AI content management engine first, and then come back to you on this question. Okay. So on this one, we can see that, this is just a web page that is explained to us, like what is an AI content marketing engine look like. And more importantly, it is going to show us like the workflow that it had been created, just before this one. So it's going to be like, is it this one? Yeah, this one. So this is the workflow that is already created. And then you can download this one, and then it will show into the AgenticFlow. And, this is actually the one that we are currently using is the agent that I was, trying to create. And this is like a first version of our AgenticFlow skill. But I think the second version of our AgenticFlow skill is much more powerful already. And then you can have a try, when you are following our instruction to download the skill. So let me go back into this one. So this skill from Claude is actually something that new, and we are going to using this one and in order to empower our agent in order to have a skill. So there's two ways, right? So firstly, we are going to have a PixelML skill. So this is an open source repository. This is going to be going to this one, github.com, pixelml and /skill. You can go into this one, paste here. And in here, you will see that all of the skill that I just mentioned, including the algorithmic art and also the new other skills that we have in here. So if you go and look into the algorithmic art, it consists of very simple file. So it just consists of one skill.md, where it's going to describing what this skill is doing and also all of the information that necessary. And also it providing some template for the agent to understand how is it to integrate. It having some of JavaScript template, and that is pretty straightforward. And in the this one, so we are forked from the Anthropic, but we are also adding something new as well. So for example, like we are adding a notebook LM skill. This is an open source skill that from another guy. We just consolidate here. It will allow you to control your notebook LM from Cloud Code. This one is only working for Cloud Code because it's using like a web UI browser, but it's an interesting thing to do on this part. And how you can using a skill is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to show you how you do it. Okay, because we are releasing an AgenticFlow skill, which is also open source, that you can access from here. Yep. GitHub.com and PixelML and AgenticFlow skill. You can go into this tab, you paste here, and then you have the access to our entire AgenticFlow. We will continue to update this repository. If you have time, please give us some star. So basically, you can go here. If you are not technical, you just need to download this zip file to your computer and then go into Claude, in this part. You go to setting and you go to capability. You go into upload a skill and then drag the zip file that you just download from AgenticFlow to here, and then you will have the AgenticFlow skill, and that's it. And if you are more technical side, you can download the repository, and then you can ask Cloud Code or some other agent to modify it in a way that it is useful. So in this repository, we are giving quite clear instruction about like what is AgenticFlow, what are the features of this skill, and what is the quick start and how you set it up. So you're going to go into this one. So there will be two sections for Cloud Code user and for Claude.ai user. So Claude Code is quite technical, so I will not cover it in today's code. But in Claude.ai user, you just add into by two steps. Like just add the connector. So firstly, you need to add AgenticFlow MCP connector first, because this is how you are going to talk to the allowing Claude to talk to AgenticFlow via AgenticFlow MCP, so that it can like create workflow on your behalf, create agent on your behalf, or fetching the list of the tool or node available, or fetching the MCP available. So that is step number one, which is quite important. The second one is upload a skill. So just download the zip file, go into setting and capability, click on the skill section, click upload, and select the download the zip, and just toggle it on. So basically two steps for Claude.ai user. So if you go in down in here, and I have some picture, so that how you will set it up. So for example, like you go so for step one, right, to add custom connector, you go into Claude.ai, you go to connector, you click add custom connector. In here, there will be a form that's going to show you like this is AgenticFlow MCP, and you enter in this URL mcp.agenticflow.ai/mcp. So that is how you add a custom connector. It will prompt you to a website where you need to sign in with your account, and you need to select the workspace with some permission. And after done that, this AgenticFlow MCP is going to turn into this one. It means you are successfully connected AgenticFlow to Claude by this one. And after this one, then you are just uploading the skill of AgenticFlow and enable that, and click try in chat. And then that submit it, and you will have experience what I just did. And then we will continuously updating the skill in order to make it more useful. So eventually, Claude will be able to acting as an agent that can help you to navigate through all of the connector or the node or the MCP action in AgenticFlow, and it can help you to be workflow agent and later multi-agent. So I believe that right now the information that in AI is so fast, and we as human might be not able to catch up with everything. But if we have Claude or similar like other like Copilot, we can just using the skill and also the AgenticFlow MCP to help you to build what you need on that. Okay, so I hope that this is useful. So I'm going to drop these two repository into Discord so that you can have a look. So this is the first one, and the second one is AgenticFlow skill. Yeah, you can find both these two repository in Discord, and then you just follow the instruction to set it up, and perhaps that you can using this one to help you to build workflow and agent. All right. So let me come back to the question from Bijou, like, are these skill storage inside Claude, or can we store in AgenticFlow to inside and using other skill from AgenticFlow? So firstly, this skill is going to be storage inside Claude in order for it to use. So you need to upload into this one in order to have Claude to use all of these skill. But for us, what we are going to do is that we will allowing all of the agent. So what we are planning to do is skill is coming into AgenticFlow, and we are extending the capability. So the current only Claude.ai or Claude Code can use skills. What we are doing is that every agent on AgenticFlow can use skill. So this is going to be super powerful, because what you can do with it, you can have an agent that's customer support agent that take the query from customer and provide what in and export it to PDF and send to customer. That's it. So you just need to develop a skill that will allowing your agent that you deploy on your website or your e-commerce website. This agent is going to handle the customer inquiries, and it will follow a standard SOP that you defined before in order to gather information, searching the product catalog, and then creating a quote export to a PDF, and even send them directly. So that is super powerful. It extends to the capability of this one a lot, because Claude is for one people to use. For AgenticFlow, for many people to use, because the agent in AgenticFlow can be embedded to your website, to like thousands of your customer can use. And you, for the work that perhaps that normally you have to do yourself, think about that. If you can create a skill and equip to an agent and then put that agent to the fundraising, what can it do? So think about it in this way. And it's going to be in this section. You go into agent, and if you go into this one, we will add one more section in here where is the skill, where you can just click and then you just select the list of skill that we are already provide. Or you can also upload a new skill that you can create somewhere offline in your environment, and then you can start to use that. And you can publishing this agent with skill to website, Shopify, WordPress, and so on and so on. So that is the combination that we think that AgenticFlow can help. And there's one more super important. So in here is limit to Claude models. So it can be Sonnet 4.5 or Haiku 4.5, but in here all models can use. So you have GPT-5 to use skill. You can have Gemini to use skill. You can have DeepSeek to use skill. And what does that mean? It's cheaper. For example, like in here, in Claude, it can be like a lot of dollar, but in here, it's much cheaper and faster. And you can switch between different model. You can find what is the best model to driving this one. And then you can pack that into multi-agent system as well, because each of the agent right now is specialized already. And when you pack them into a team, they can do things that's much bigger. Okay. So let me show you, let me come back into Discord first if you have any question. I like to use Claude desktop. Would it be better off using Claude code in order to advance, or so we can contribute into two. I think Claude.ai and Claude desktop should similarly having the same functionality. I don't have that yet. I haven't tested yet, but they supposed to have the same. But it should be the same. You can go into website, and I think eventually Anthropic will allow you to upload a capability on skill on the website. That is something that pretty straightforward. And yeah, there's one more thing that I would like to show with everyone is that wait, let me go into this one. I'm going to share my code base. I will stop sharing screen. I'm going to the windows of my code. Okay. Yep. And on Discord, let me add one more screen, which is stop seeing. I will share again, which is this one. Okay, so you should see my code editor in here. So basically, in a skill, there will be a skill.md file like this, and then there will be some template and skill. And if you are downloading our repository of like PixelMail skill, you will have all of these one available. And if you have some like an agent that doing like coding capability to you, then you can ask it to modify a skill for you. So for example, like use this skill, help me to create a new skill for my PixelMail brand. You can use this skill template as example. So you can using, for example, like this brand guideline. Okay. Yep. So I can asking some coding agent to help me to creating new skill in here. And then based on this one, I can have a zip file of my skill. For example, this one is AgenticFlow.zip, and I can upload that back into Claude.ai in order to make the good use of that. And eventually, because AgenticFlow is going to support skill as well, so you can upload your skill to AgenticFlow, and then you can equip that to any of the agent. So it is becoming a closed loop already, where you can have AI in order to improve skill that is going to be like improve the other AI. Okay, so as you can see in here, Cloud Code is asking me some question. So what is Pixelmail? Okay, Pixelmail is a company brand, and I submit an answer. So it will starting to building this new Pixelmail brand skill for me. And yeah, well, why I'm talking to you? Okay, it's going to ask some question. What are the official brand color? Just using technology. Just sans serif is okay. Submit an answer. Okay, it's going to creating a skill for my Pixelmail brand. Just wait a second. It's going to finishing this one, and I will upload this skill into Claude, and you will see that how easy is it for us to creating new skill. All right. Yeah, I will just allow all. It take a bit of time for that to creating a new skill, and yeah. Okay, it is creating a skill that named Pixelmail brand. So let me click here. Let me find that skill. Okay, so this is the Pixelmail skill. So let me click on this skill.md, and then I click on this one. I preview. So this is the brand style guide. It gives me my primary color and neutral feature, and so on and so on. Okay. And it putting some of the reference on like color reference or some of the asset or some script in here as well. And let's see what is the agent is doing. Okay, it even coming up with a typography guide for me. Okay, it coming up with a layout principle, like what is the brand. Wow, okay. Wow, so with this one, actually I can send to my designer in order to help him to verify this brand guideline. And if it's working already, then actually from future, we can just using this skill in order to creating some of the corporate material. Okay, so it will creating a script, and then okay, it even like creating some script for brand color palette. Okay, that is interesting. So it is writing some code, so that is going to show like what is a brand color. Okay, that is getting more interesting. Okay. So after building this all of the structure, it's going to complete the final to do in order to verify this one is working or not. Okay, it creating a zip file for me. That's interesting, right? So let me reveal this one in a folder. Okay, so after we are having this one, the skill that I just create, I just click on upload skill, and I go into Pixelmail brand. I just drag here, and then you will see, okay, it cannot contain nested zip file. Okay, let me see what is in the zip file. Okay, so, yep, invalid zip file. Why? Okay, let me delete this one. Let me zip it again. Compress. Yep. Okay, so I zip it already. So the Pixelmail brand here, and I click change chat, and I click enter. Okay, so it will read my documentation on this part, and it will starting to work on this one, and it will understand what is my branding visual identity. And then I'm going to creating some of the, okay, where AI model performance dashboard with smooth animation to full Pixelmail color palette. Okay, it come up with something like a dashboard using my brand guideline. So that is interesting. So that is how you can just using some tool like Cloud Code or some of the code editing agent in order to creating a skill. It is very easy actually. I just make one in like 5 minutes or so, and you can easily to using our skill repository, you will find how to do it. And also you can also download the AgenticFlow skill, which is the one that we will continue to improve in a further stage. Okay, so it's finished. So let me see what Claude come back with. All right, this is interesting. I think the color is getting dry. So yeah, that is how you use this. So let me come back into this tab. So skill is coming to AgenticFlow Marketplace. So this is our new design for the marketplace where we can have the workforce, agent, and workflow. We will add one more section for skill as well. So that basically you can browsing and discover what skill available. You no longer need go into like GitHub and download and upload and so on. So that is something that we would like you to do. And then just like in the Neo, in the Maastricht, when he download a Kung Fu skill, right? So we would like to make it easy so that you can just go into here, you download, and you just download the skill to your agent, and then the agent will just automatically having that skill in order to do certain things, including like whatever that currently we already have, like the PDF skill or algorithmic skill and so on. But like, furthermore, this skill is going to be discoverable in the marketplace and filterable as well. And we will allowing some of the like partner that power user to submit your skill or your agent, and perhaps we even like enable you to name a price for that, so that perhaps that it will be generating for you a new way in order to monetize your expertise as well.